So my name is Mehanor and I'm from the Youth Agenda and specifically from ISSI, and I rep EJ, which is Environmental Justice.
Hi, I'm Veronica. I am a youth organizer with the Ed Equity Group for the New York City Youth Agenda.
Hi, my name is Hannah Ira. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm part of the Environmental Justice Committee.
I got involved particularly with the New York City Youth Agenda last year. I've been doing education and equity work for a long time, for like six years or so.
My name's Aaron George. I am a part of the NYC Youth Agenda Coalition. I am part of the Mental Health Policy Group, and I'm also a part of the New York Health Department Youth Committee on Mental Health.
I found out actually through a friend who's also in EJ and ISSI, and so she's always telling me about her amazing work that she's doing, and she's like, oh, I'm going to this event, we're having the youth talk about these policies. I'm like, oh, that sounds really interesting. When I think about my surroundings, I think like, oh, I want places to go and like sit down, like specifically like parks and stuff. And even my school is near a beach, and I feel like the beach isn't sometimes clean for us to hang out after school. And I was like, maybe I could also be there and like make a change.
There was a big legislation change within the district for my middle school, where they turned the middle school application process into a lottery, and that definitely affected a lot of the demographics within my own school. It happened the year after me, but I think that was like a catalyst that made me more in tune with like what New York City schools look like, at least demographically. But then going to high school, I realized the resource inequity between the different schools I've been.
I actually never thought that I would be the one to like leading something, because for most part I felt like I was introverted. Also for a long period of time I also felt like my voice didn't really had a place in kind of the world, especially as a young person. But definitely like being able to like join these advocacy places, both YVOTE and Youth Agenda, like being able to like find that voice and like being able to like use it to make change and to like drive change, that's definitely like the biggest part.
So I wanted to do something for my community. They offered me this position at the NYC Youth Agenda Coalition. And I was like, you know what? Let me do it. So I joined. And to be honest, it was life-changing. Like, this is what I actually want to do first in my life. I actually want to like genuinely make policies in regards to mental health to actually help the youth, because that's generally where it starts.
So this year we're doing Accountable to Youth. We do our report each year, and this year we were kind of like focusing more on pushing for the policy recommendation we already have. We did build the policy recommendations ourselves in the past, but this year we were mostly just focusing on kind of like refining the policies recs we already had, and kind of like building more actions and more connections in order to like kind of actually get the attention from government and city agencies and things like that.
The Assistant Commissioner for the Bureau of Children and Families at the Health Department. I am so touched by this. I'm so excited about this initiative. This came out of largely the Youth Agenda was a major motivation.
For me, when I first started, I wasn't really sure how it's gonna be, or like how us as a youth actually have a voice. I know I always hear people say, oh, youth have voice, but I really wanted to see what that really is about. And after joining, I do see that we actually do real work, we do research, and then not only that, we take that data and then we talk to policymakers like today's event. And I thought that was really cool, because I didn't know that we actually speak to these people who are in charge of making these changes. I thought we were just gonna project like things that we think are like wrong in the environment, but we actually do make change.
Right. At the same time, of course, it's going to take more energy, and resources to figure out how we can include all communities. If they're there to show up and help and be there and hear us talk, and be informed, then most of the time they're also there to help.